killing, again, those who are our loved ones as well. So we definitely got to make sure that we continue to press them and stress them. And in the words of Dr. King, redistribute the pain as we see pain in the city right now. So we have to be willing to redistribute the pain and the pressure in the city of Baltimore and the state of Florida as well, and not allow anybody to tell us that we're wrong for taking the type of stance that we're taking around the issue of violence in the city of Baltimore, but particular around the case of, again, Mr. Tyrone West and all others who have lost their lives in the city of Baltimore. And you would have those police officers and those bragging about public enemy number one, but you got all these public enemies around here that they haven't arrested. And so therefore they got to stop all the self-promotion to tell you and I that they're doing a good job around, again, the issue of public enemies that are taking the lives of young men in the city of Baltimore and throughout this country right now. So let me go to this one other musical clip, then we're going to come back in, open up the lines, take your thoughts, questions, comments, listen to this message from our brothers and sisters with Rebel Diaz, and we'll be back with more of the State of the City.
See, I gotta draw a line, I can't take it no more. If you ain't down with revolution, what you waiting for? Making money for suckers and not communities poor. Ripping flags off of coffins, man, this ain't our war. Colonized and terrorized by the world's biggest killers. The US government, the biggest weapon and drug dealers. Filling prisons with children, incarcerating the future. MySpace and Facebook got us stuck on computers. Stuck on stupid bumping music that's abusive to the shorties. And the nonsense that you spitting, they just listen and absorbing. I've been dormant, I've awoken, I'm a giant, I'm ready. I'm with the Apple and Oaxaca and we hold the machetes.
I rock hard like Palestinian children holding slingshots. I'm with every single kid that's down for hip-hop, for the culture, the life, what it really stands for. This music is resistance, it's the voice of the poor. I'm on the side of the workers, the teachers and lunch ladies. On the streets with brown mommies raising out brown babies. I'm with youth organizers cleaning up the Bronx River. I'm like Jaime Escalante when I stand and deliver. I'm with Evo Morales, man, he running Bolivia. Distribution of the land so we can all live bigger. I'm with Hugo and Fidel, Grandmaster and Melly Mel. I'm with the Panthers up in Queens, justice for Sean Bell. I'm with Camacho Negron, I'm with Ojeda Rios. Freedom for Oscar Lopez, time to get in the bill. I'm with Abu Jamal, I'm with Asada Shakur. I'm with the compas in the market, getting a penny more.
Telling the truth, exposing the lies. Think about the dead soldiers when you're driving your ride. And people die for the oil, and Daddy Bush's revenge. I'm with the widows, the children, and the lonely best friends. I'm for families staying together as one. I'm not for the raids and the deportations. I'm with Victor Toro and the MIR. So watch out for them snitches in that unmarked car. And for Lil Saulito, we gon' fight for your moms. So we gon' shout her out twice in one song. I'm for 12 million workers and Elvira Arellano for a world without borders and a better tomorrow.
Welcome back. You're listening to the State of the City. That's right. Which side are you on, man? That's where we're going to have to draw a line in the sand and ask that question when we look at, of course, all of the death that's going on around this country, and particularly in this city as well. Let me come to the lines quickly because I had much more I wanted to get into. Wanted to definitely get into this article regarding Trayvon Martin. And, of course, for those that may have any doubts about a national boycott and a boycott against the state of Florida, from the tourism industry to the convention industry to the boycott on the orange juice or the juice industry, from Gatorade to Minute Maid to, what's the other one they make down there? Florida Natural to Florida Citrus to Simply and Tropicana. Then make sure that you spread the word and make sure we do as we ask others to do, and don't be hypocrites like Sharpton and the rest of them that's afraid to really take a stand because they're grandstanding, not standing grand at this time and in this day and this hour. But let me come to the lines, 410-761-1592. Good afternoon, caller. You're on the State of the City.
Good afternoon, Brother Durham. How are you?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Hey, Brother Durham, real quickly, man. Hey, look here. Once again, we got another idiot that's making statements ill-advised, who's not qualified or not even quantified. He has done no empirical studies to make no type of statement like that to that paper, man. Now, you put a muzzle on one dog.
Now who are you talking about?
That idiot for that Baltimore City police.
You talking about Bob Cherry?
Yeah,
you talking about the Whitey?
Like
you talking about the Whitey Bulger of the Baltimore City Police Department, Bob Cherry? We're gonna have to eventually check his closet. But at the same way that the mayor and the police commissioner, of course, reassigned Anthony Guglielmi, if you notice, they haven't reassigned Bob Cherry for making that asinine statement, right?
Hey, Brother Durham, let me tell you something, man. I called my councilman yesterday. I said, look, man, I need to see if you and y'all can get this mess on the floor and put a muzzle on this dog, too. In reference to this, these alphabet organizations that call themselves representing us, brother.
Right.
Man, they can't do nothing, Brother Durham. They taking money from the same people who fund out it.
You said the same people?
Same people, brother. Look here, if you put all three groups, NAACP, the Emancipation Network, and ALEC, you can crisscross all the organizations getting money to each one of them, man. Same people.
Yes, sir. Well, brother, that's what we're going to continue to do, man.
Playing games, brother. Yes, sir. Games.
Yeah, well, the people are waking up to the games, man. And that, when you listen to some of these shows, you hear the people questioning them about how they could come to town and not call for a boycott. Come to town and not allow the family of Mr. Tyrone West to even get up in the church and speak about his death. But they want to tell you about TRAYVON all the way down in Florida, but don't want you to talk about your loved ones that's gone right here in the city of Baltimore, brother. So they're being exposed, man, all right?
Per capita, man, it's the most dangerous city in the country, man.
All right, appreciate you checking in, brother. All right, with that, we'll take more of your calls, 410-761-1592. Good afternoon, caller. You are on the State of the City. Good afternoon, caller. You're on the State of the City.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Come on in, brother. Come on in, brother. All right. Call me back when you're ready to talk. In the meantime, in between time, we're coming back to the line. Good afternoon, caller. You on the State of the City.
Good afternoon, Brother Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Look, I got to lean on the local NAACP.
Yes, but remember, wait a minute, before you go any further, remember it was Ben Jealous that jumped in front of the Legislative Black Caucus and went down there and had a private meeting with Governor Martin O'Malley to talk about so-called repealing the death penalty. Now, obviously, that memo didn't make it up to the Baltimore City Police Department that Maryland has repealed the death penalty, because since then, they killing more brothers than the state of Maryland has executed. But, of course, if them pigs killed them, then know that they working for the state, since they are a state police agency, right?
Sure, you're right.
So please continue, my brother. Please continue. So where has been jealous is all we asking, man. But please continue, my brother.
Where is Tessa Hill Aston and the Baltimore City branch of the NAACP? I hate to tell you, John, I know how you feel, but Doc Cheatham would have been on this 3 days ago.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he was there. I don't know if he was there at the vigil.
No,
I mean, I know that Mr. West wasn't killed in the 40th legislative district where Doc Cheatham is running, but I think I've often heard Doc Cheatham quote Dr. King that said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice where?"
Right, but he can't
everywhere.
Be everywhere.
Well, he strives to be everywhere. So all we're saying, brothers, let's stand up for the least of these in the city of Baltimore, not just when it's opportunistic, because you're running for a political office or political position. And I say that out of love, and take it how they want to take it. Not you, but him. All right. All right. Thank you, brother, for checking in. And with that, we'll take more of your calls. 410-761-1592. But again, man, he could call in this morning talking about some event that's going on this afternoon at the NAACP. You got Hassan running around talking about some big dinner that they're having 2 weeks before the March on Washington. They even got an award they naming after the Honorable Walter P. Carter, who led the largest delegation from Maryland, 15,000, to the March on Washington. But they didn't overlook the daughter of Walter P. Carter, the wife of Walter P. Carter, the grandchildren of Walter P. Carter, to give awards to other people that had no association, affiliation with the Honorable Walter P. Carter in any way, shape, or form. This is how we write our people out of history. Yet want to give an award to Senate President Thomas Mike Miller, man. Again, who's zooming who? As I said before, you got something to say they in the press. At the end of the day, we find out they more prostitutes and destitutes and working for Mike Miller and others down there in Annapolis, but come back to you and tell us that they working for the community, and we find out nothing could be further from the truth, and we'll debate it anytime, any place, and in any space. With that, let me come back to the lines. Good afternoon, caller. You on the State of the City.
You know, Brother Muhammad, Brother Malcolm really told us the answer to this back in the 60s. When you're dealing with an Italian, you speak Italian.
Yes.
When you're dealing with a Chinese, you speak Chinese. And when you're dealing with people of violence,
yes,
I'm just saying what he said, but it seems like it's true.
Yes, sir.
That's
right.
it. I'm
yes,
out.
All right, brother. Appreciate it. Now, with that, we'll take a few more calls before I give you this clip from Dr. King, man. It's not long, but it's strong. It's from the I've Been to the Mountaintops full speech. I'm not going to give all of it to you, but only about 4 minutes of it when Dr. King talks about the boycott. So if you get anybody telling you we shouldn't boycott Florida, then you better know they're working either for the Republicans or the Democrats. They're working for the Republicans or the Democrats. They're working for the elephant or the jackass, or maybe they are the jackasses. Because Dr. King didn't care in terms of that movement, but he told us that we had to participate in the boycott. When you get the NAACP, Al Sharpton, and others that are in Florida as we speak at conventions, then you know they're not practicing what they preach, and they're trying to use you, brothers and sisters, is what they're trying to do, to enrich themselves and the hell with what's happening to the masses of our people and the classes of our people, whether it's in Florida, whether it's in Detroit, and any other the 50 states right now. And that's why they haven't come out and taken a stand against war. That's why they won't come out and take a stand against this president, the Lone Ranger or the Drone Ranger. But Dr. King condemned violence in all its forms. Let me take a few more calls. Let me give you this clip, and then I'm coming back to the lines. It's not long. If you're online, please hold. If not, then you do what you got to do, because we're going to continue to do what we got to do, and that's to teach the people, not beat the people. So listen to this message. Dr. King talking about, again, the importance of an economic boycott in this country and not backing down from an economic boycott. So let me make sure we give it to you in its entirety. Let me get the volume up so you can hear it and don't say we didn't give it to you.
Individually, we are poor when you compare us with white society in America. We are poor. Never stop. Forget that collectively, that means all of us together, collectively we are richer than all the nations in the world with the exception of 9. Did you ever think about that? After you leave the United States, Soviet Russia, Great Britain, West Germany, France, and I can name others, the American Negro collectively is richer than most nations of the world. We have an annual income of more than $30 billion a year, which is more than all of the exports of the United States and more than the national budget of Canada. Did you know that? That's power right there if we know how to pool it. We don't have to argue with anybody. We don't have to curse and go around acting bad with our words. We don't need any bricks and bottles. We don't need any Molotov cocktails. We just need to go around to these stores and to these massive industries in our country and say, God sent us by here to say to you that you're not treating his children right. And we come by here to ask you to make the first item on your agenda fair treatment where God's children are concerned. Now, if you are not prepared to do that, we do have an agenda that we must follow. And our agenda calls for withdrawing economic support from you. So as a result of this, we're asking you tonight to go out and tell your neighbors not to buy Coca-Cola in Memphis. go by and tell the